此单元是2023年国际市场必要沟通技巧的 Part 4。这一集希望想要给转换工作以及想要转换领域的你一个非常重要的沟通技巧。Hello， 欢迎来到 Executive Plus 主管与沟通力的 Podcast。I'm Sherry, an educator, certified coach, and style enthusiast. 我相信专业有效的沟通是语言跟逻辑的完美结合。
And I'm Nick, a startup consultant, corporate trainer, and late-night gaming junkie. I believe great communication requires the right mindset and solid frameworks.
我们希望带给大家职场英语的技能、跨文化沟通技巧与其他能帮助您成为出色领导者的工具。
Join us each week as we share our experience, research, and methodologies to take your communication and language skills from good to great. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Executive Plus podcast, and welcome to the final part of our series on how to handle the job market in 2023. So far, we've covered what employees can do, employers can do, and now, if you're a job seeker, what is something you can do to handle this? Well, there was a few things that we picked up looking through recommendations and the studies of how to approach this new year.
在这个系列的第一单元，我们就讲到今年是跨领域的好时机。It doesn't matter where you are, going for something, going for a job that you're really passionate for, it's a really good time. A lot of companies are seeking talent. And also, we've seen trends on people talking about how important it is for you to update your CVs and update your LinkedIn and treat your LinkedIn profile as a brand.
Going forward, looking at how do you seek a new job, a new position, or a new industry, a few things really came out in these studies. One is the idea of reskilling, which means a lot of these big tech companies have been laying people off, but it doesn't mean that those specific experiences and skills will not fit into a different industry or a different job position. So one option is for people to definitely go out, look at certain websites. You can learn digital marketing. You can learn some basic coding skills. All of these are available for either free or at a very low cost online when it comes to reskilling. But the other main thing that we really wanted to dive into, and something that we covered 200 episodes ago, was this idea of highlighting your transferable skills. When you're putting together your CV, when you're trying to update your LinkedIn, if you're going into a new industry, how you handle talking about transferable skills is very different than someone who is staying within, say, the exact same company, the exact same position, or the exact same role, and they're just moving around.
所以在你的 CV 上面呢 transferable skill 也就是你第一个要凸显的部分。那可能在你的 personal statement 上面，或者是你下面有一个 skill set， 一个特别的一个 section。那很重要的是啊，你在 interview 里面 you don't need to apologize for not having that very specific experience, but just explaining your transferable skill and also explain why you want this change. That's really important.
And diving into the actual content on, say, your CV or your LinkedIn, your transferable skills will actually be at the top of everything that you do. In the case of regular job seekers, you may put more information about, okay, here are the goals that I accomplished. Here are my biggest projects that I have done. But that's because it's a very one-to-one transfer. You used to be a project manager, you're going to be a project manager. I want to see how good of a project manager you are. But let's say I'm moving from being a teacher to becoming a project manager. Then what goals and things you've accomplished in your teaching roles will not be immediately relevant to the interviewer. In fact, your experience section or your personal skill section should start with what are the things you think are the most transferable. Meaning, as a project manager, it's about coordination, it's about scheduling, it's about bringing teams together. So if you have, let's say you're a teacher, what kind of coordination? Did you have a more senior role where you are organizing events for the school, or you are organizing different things for teachers, and or maybe you're more of like a mentor role in the school, so your ability to communicate with the team and then have them execute. Right. This is a more transferable skill. So starting with that rather than, oh, here's how many lessons I have planned. That is not necessarily relevant to this new role.
那我们在第42集我们就稍微有提到了，就是在这个过程当中可能你需要多一点的准备或者一些 process。 那我们那个地方就有提到说，你可以去看一下这个 job requirements， 然后你先圈起来这些 soft skill 或这些 transferable skill 这些字是什么。 So let's say you see the word innovative，Okay, in the job requirements. 那你就可以自己想一下自己的 skill set 跟 experience 有哪一个部分是可以 match 的 right? So maybe you're really a self-starter or you volunteer for a project before that really showcase how innovative you are. 那这个部分我们就可以等于说算是你的 transferable skill.
So if someone asks you to be innovative in the tech industry, that may be a bit different than your old job, but let's say there's a project or there's something that in your company or in your position, no one in that company has done before. How did you get it going, right? How did I look for a gap in how we operate or an inefficiency, and did I overcome it? Not just for myself, but like try and overcome it for everyone. People can see that the benefit of that no matter where you are. It's not just that I ran this project. It's that I identified an inefficiency or a gap in how we do things. I created a program to overcome that, and here's the result. That is transferable and important to any job role.
Exactly. And any kind of action verb that you're looking for, then let's say initiated or contributed or created, these will be really good verbs that you could use to showcase your transferable skills.
Another transferable skill is just your ability to be a team player. This is something that is always important and admired in most careers or positions you go into. But focusing on this as a skill is different than just saying, I worked on a team with 20 other people that may not be related to that industry, right? So you're focusing on the skill. How do I communicate with other people? How do I build relationships? That is a skill is more important than here is the thing that I did. Like I worked with 20 different people on this. That is a result or a situation. But what you want to talk about is like, how do I use my communication skills to build relationships or to be a mentor or a leader?
When it comes to action verb, 你可以用 collaborative, participated, or teamed up. 那我觉得这些 action verb 都可以去 showcase 你是一个非常会 team player, 然后你也很喜欢跟人家沟通的一个人。
So as a quick summary of what we just covered, the idea is if you're going into changing position or changing industry, number one, go figure out if there are any skills that you can pick up that will help with this transfer. A lot of free resources out there. But in the case of what we dove into in this episode, those transferable skills, first of all, make sure that they are at the top of everything you do. Don't talk about results or accomplishments first. Talk about the skills that are transferable to the job. 2, be more action-oriented. Show that this is not just about end results, but these are the things that you can actively do and how they'll carry into your job. Well, we hope that you've enjoyed our 4-part series looking at what are the hot topics of 2023 when it comes to the job and talent and working market, and from different perspectives, what you can do to make the most of it.
And just a quick reminder, 我们刚刚所提到所有的 resource 都会在讲义当中, so don't forget to click on that link.
We wish you the best of luck in anything you do in 2023, and we'll talk to you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
The Executive Plus podcast is a Presentality Group production, produced and hosted by Sherry Fang and Nick Howard. You can search us on Facebook, 主管英文 Executive Plus. You can also find us on Instagram, Communication R&D, and email us at sherry@epstyleplus.com.